exit this sketch, and let's create another sketch. Now on this face, right-click, New Sketch. Let's create another spline here. Exit the sketch. Take an isometric view. Now I'm going to bring up the Surfaces tab. Right-click on the tabs, scroll down to Surfaces, and select it from the list of available tabs. Let's activate the Lofted Surface command. I'll select my first spline and my second spline. If you've selected one of your splines on the wrong end, you're going to see something that looks like this instead. Just adjust the handle as you saw me do. Here's our preview. Let's click OK to accept this loft. For my second step, I'm going to activate the Cut with Surface tool. We can flip the cut direction if we need to by clicking this button, and let's click OK. Now let's hide the surface that we created. So as you can see, it just took me a few clicks, but in those moments I created a solid with a fairly complex geometry. And this is the principal advantage of working with surfaces. This is why surface modeling is a very powerful way to design. Often when people refer to surfaces, they're talking about more complex shapes. That's not always the case. Surface modeling can give you more efficiency and flexibility when you're creating simple geometry as well. As you saw me just do, surfaces can be used as cutting tools, references, and so on. As I mentioned a moment ago, at the end of the day, the goal of most surface modeling is to finish up with a solid, a model that you share with colleagues or your teacher or other designers at the next stage of your workflow. Let's wrap up our introduction to surface design and modeling with the question that I posed earlier. Why exactly do we need surfaces? In many cases, we actually don't, since this may not be the most efficient and effective way to arrive at your solid. You'll find that it's often possible to create a workaround that doesn't require you to work in the surface design and modeling environment. However, working with surfaces frequently gives you more flexibility and efficiency. It's a lot more power and complicated geometry with less effort. Without working in the surface modeling environment, you'll find that some engineering can become very complex. It's actually easier to get certain things done in the surface modeling environment. And this concludes our introduction to working with surface design and modeling. We'll see you back in our next video in just a moment.